What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Let's Go podcast. Let's go. Sorry.
You tried, man.
I'm sorry. I had that in my heart. Do you know how long it's been? Like, the Mega Me fan base needed this. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
We've been in the gulag for 4 years. I don't know what would have happened if she somehow lost this episode. Oh, by the way, spoilers for Vanguard.
And all it took was someone else being completely laid out on the floor. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Was it really worth it?
It's always worth it. Listen,
Man, there were people right now that had so much money on Erica advancing.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you were talking about
Yeah, no. I'm talking about you traded Megami. Megami finally gets a dub in exchange for one person getting completely floored. Out of nowhere. What's the trade worth it, Zechs?
Let's see. Character I've always liked, but has been shat on by not only the community and the writers and everything. Or the trade was worth it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna stand by and complete this thing. The hell? You think like the trade was super worth it, bruh? Yeah. I traded Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. I'm sorry. I'm perfectly fine with that trade. Especially if Anthony Davis gonna get hurt on the first day. Like, yeah, that's a trade I will take.
Man, we already know this season's ending now. We have the full bracket.
I mean, let's just
everything's a lock. Everything's a lock.
You know, I guess we'll just kind of go talk about where we're going from here. So, yeah, this first part is actually just going to be spoilers for Divine's episodes 7 and 8. So, yeah, we weren't just impromptu.
You were twisting the formula. Let's do it.
I will definitely keep a timestamp for those who definitely do not want to listen to this and just want to watch the episode. Even though I did kind of, I'll probably just I'll probably put a whole thing like, hey, listen, while you're trying to watch the episode, please keep in mind, I'll probably do a reminder like, hey, for the record, if you don't want to listen to anime spoilers, go to this timestamp or something. I have to write that down. So from the start to like somewhere around the 15-minute mark, probably. So
who knows?
So let's begin. Yeah, we were thinking Ray was gonna make it. Nah, she is automatically in. She is locked in as either the first or second, barring some shenanigans. Which is crazy.
Which means the other person who's a lock.
Well, we say that, but she's still.
He is not making it.
No, wait, who is not making it?
Gee.
I mean, you say that, but like, he can still win a match.
Someone actually like summarized the exact kind of act of God needed for Erica to make it, or for like a tie to happen. Gee has to beat now. Mirai has to beat now. Erica has to beat Gee. This is the only way.
Yeah. And she needs to beat Gee, otherwise she might not actually be able to keep a house anymore.
Like, there was an actual act of God needed.
No, I'm not even joking. Literally, like that's the thing they put in the update. It's like, yeah, no, if she can't get if she can't actually advance to the, I think what was it called, the pro selection like test, she actually just gets kicked out of Taizo's home.
Wait, who?
Erica.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, she just gets kicked out because they can't keep her. they can't keep her for long, right? It's like up until you miss it, it's like, well, we can't keep you around much longer.
Well, I mean,
now they haven't actually said it in the show, probably because
right.
it's like that's a hard topic, but it's like that's kind of a pretty big deal, you know. It's like Taizo probably won't just leave her out in the street, but it's still like,
Right.
you know, that's kind of a big part of motivation that just kind of got cut out.
No, no.
It's like, oh, Aka needs to learn what his love, why he joins Vanguard. Now wants to be considered like, you know, prove herself emotionally to be pro. Erica needs a home. Like the more and more we get about it, the more and more you kind of are right about like this. I don't think this was it you or whoever said like Erica really should have just been the main character this season. Like, this should have just been her season.
Like, I mean, I'm sure they could do something stupid like, hey guys, it turns out we have a long lost cousin named Erica.
I mean, this is where I feel a feeling that this is where the tiebreaker is going to
she's
come
going
in.
to move into the Miyoto household. I feel it.
I feel like this is where the tiebreaker plot line is going to come in. It's like, because it kind of has to. It's like you can't just add that in and just not be a thing.
Like it's a weird one. Like we know it's not coming on around. Like we know Akina and Riker are making it.
We will know. I mean, that's the problem. I don't even know that myself.
Dude.
Because
Riker might be on Riker might be on fraud watch, but Kuon is literally like holding just holding the wall.
I mean, it's just like the problem is, right? It's like if Akina wins, like it really is like if Akina wins, it's him and Kagetsu in that for their block.
He's not beating Riker. The dude has the same aura Megami has.
I know, but I'm just saying, if that happens, the amount of salt will be unparalleled. Like there's already like
People already in the mines after Eric lose. There were already people about to start mining salt.
yeah, but now it's like there's just no way you can't let that happen.
And at this point, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Megami and Swow advancing.
I forgot who is. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god,
Dude is about to eat like 2 L's in a row.
I, I forgot Senka was in the block. I was like, who is missing from block B? I can't remember. I'm like, oh, it's Senka.
Exactly.
Oh,
Senka and Susan are both out.
see, maybe the last thing.
Like
I don't think even with that, I still don't know if Susan is making it out of the block.
yeah, no, I've read the divination cards on my desk.
Asian cards, okay.
Senka is ending up on like next to Kuon in the stands for the cheerleader role. I've read it in the scrolls, man.
Okay. Leave your words, sir.
Like I've already predicted how the bracket's gonna go. And in D block, it's gonna be Michiru and that person from Togetsu's flashback. Because you know, every single time we have to reveal another new strongest person ever in the D verse.
Speaking of, we finally got to hear our boy talk.
Right? And it's like, man, I can't wow, we got an episode of Michiru. Oh, what do you mean it's a brand new fighter that even he's worried about who's also in this tournament is making it to the next round? The power scaling in D is ridiculous.
I will say it is funny how I just think I just think that boy would just up and retire. He was like, listen, I'm so strong, I pretty much don't have to play no more.
And then out of nowhere, it's like, man, there sure is someone else I now need to train to fight for. Cool. So, I mean, he was asleep the entire time. Zechs became the God Emperor of Vanguard.
Mm-hmm. And Zechs quit, so now he's got Kagetsu, who's also been sitting in the back. It's like, oh no, he actually has a whole different dude.
It's like, I'm potentially the original. I'm the original guy behind Black Guy. It's like,
which is so weird because the person in the flashback had a skirt.
Right. Which is, I'm pretty sure it's the Kogetsu had his own now. I'm
Which is like, okay, so it can't be the person from like the original Blackout, so it has to be Kagetsu. There's no other person it could be.
Right, and then the person Michiru knows in the tournament is the person from Kagetsu's flashback.
Yeah, because Michiru doesn't know them, because otherwise they wouldn't keep him a secret.
Right. So, anyone that wanted Yu to make a sudden appearance in this next season, I am laughing. You have lost. He's not coming back.
Not yet. They have to bring him back.
Maybe in the final 2 episodes of like arc in the season, we'll get that little dream match thing.
Time hasn't changed, but like he's just MIA. This isn't like the end of GX. Anyway, well, speaking of Michiru, he just wakes up from his coma.
Yeah.
He's like,
he finally stops playing Sleep Vanguard.
I think I'm trained. The man was just used his being trapped in the abyss to be like, I can use the hyperbolic time chamber. Let's go. And just started training, and kept training for a year. And then while everyone is so worried about whether or not he's gonna wake up, to the point where Donji just lives in America now, he's like, yeah, I'm good. Let's get up.
He just gets better.
And then he's just strong enough to beat a user with a divine skill just off the rip.
Yep. I mean, they do exist a job at this point. Let's be honest.
I so.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. He's definitely taken a back seat recently.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's actually it. We're kind of ahead of time. We kind of.
I mean, there's not much to talk about in these 2 episodes. New character gets foreshadowed. The bracket the Mets. I've already seen the future.
All right, so.
And we'll see Erica again next season after she's calmed down a bit.
All right, so I think we'll just call it for that discussion there. Now, for those of you who skipped the intro, welcome everybody to the Out of Pocket TCG podcast, episode 10, the March 7th episode.
Ooh, I can call it episode 10 instead of episode Z. All right.
So, ironically, that was just right around 14 minutes. So, we actually hit a minute ahead of schedule. So, for this week's episode, we're going to do something different. And by something different, I mean something completely different, but we're going to do it structurally. So, from now on, the show will be divided into 3 main topics. First, we will have our recap of our individual breaks, aka the 2-week period in between shows. Then we will go into our news discussions, which is all the news about the trading card game industry around the time. And third, we will have our main topic of discussion, For those people who don't just want to hear news, but want to hear us yap about something actually productive. So, for this episode, we were going to talk about, and by we, I mean me specifically on this one, we're going to talk about the new Captain America movie, Captain America Brave New World. And then, we'll get to the actual topic people want, which is, the Mobile Suit Gundam G-Crux beginning movie.
You mean G-Quacks?
G-Cracks, whatever.
G-Cooks?
The G, please, let's continue on from this episode.
G-Cooks? Hooks?
Anyway, so, first off, we're going to start with our break recap. So, Zeta, how was your break in between episodes?
I love Monster Hunter World. I love Monster Hunter World. I'm addicted to Monster Hunter World. Please keep me away from Monster Hunter World. That's how much has happened actually besides Monster Hunter?
You've just been playing Monster Hunter?
2 weeks.
That's it?
I mean, I don't know what you want to tell you, man. Like, it's been a pretty dry 2 weeks.
I mean,
I've had so little work to do the past few days. I've just been chilling on my phone for like 5 hours every shift.
dang, I was like, oh, pretty cool to finally hear none of your fake stories.
What do you mean fake? 2D stories are actually all completely real.
Uh-huh.
I mean, my phone did take another weirdly haunted photo, but that's... The supernatural is normal at this point.
Okay, listen, I need you to get out of the fatal frame, or whatever it is that's happening to you. Like, come on, bro.
No, it's not my fault.
You done pissed up some ghost demon.
I am merely a victim and a witness of crazy shenanigans, alright?
Okay. Well, this is gonna be a fast break segment. Well, technically it's not there. I, on the other hand, probably gonna have to carry the segment because I've had a pretty eventful-ish week. I went to see Captain America. We're gonna talk about that later. I want to see G-Quacks twice, and I'll tell more about that later.
Twice.
Yep. Second time was on Monday, and they had a discount day, so I got to see it for like half off, which I didn't know was a thing. Which I'm like, okay, this should be the main ticket price, but I'll take it.
I also went on to say it was only like $7 for a ticket.
Yes. Yeah, remember when
the good old days.
Yeah. Which made that, going like 3 times in a month made that recent degenerosity video hit a little hard. Oh yeah. On that note, two sets dropped this past week that I had the order cards for. The new Vanguard set, Generation Dread Genesis. It's supposed to be the G 10th anniversary, but not really. That's a whole other...
but she doesn't know how to celebrate things.
Which is so crazy because they celebrated the game's 10-year anniversary really well, but G's is like they just like, yeah, here's a 2 strides reprints of cards that should have been reprinted like a year ago, and all the glitter decks only get 1 card, except for Aurora, who gets 3.
Man, the 10th anniversary for G would have been like the perfect time to finally complete things out with the Asha and Alt Miles Stride deck sets.
I mean, I think it was just because it was too early. They had just released Hari Night Rose, which now is like So you knew this was coming up, but you didn't think that'd be a good
True,
idea?
but like complete the set, man.
Listen, I just want them to drop the Loris one and finally stop releasing these things, okay? I'm still gonna stand
Like
by
at
that.
this rate, we're gonna get a Gurguit set. It's like, oh man, you want to try 3? Nah, 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 nah.
I mean, Team Striders would be complete.
I don't care for Team Striders. That's my hot take of today. I don't like that trio.
But it has my son in it.
Like it's like Jaden, Jesse, and I don't know the Dino dude.
Castleberry?
Yeah, it's like that kind of trio where it's like, hey guys, here's your new trio. Don't you guys like this new trio with these 2 replacement characters for this trio? It's like, God, dude, I want the classic one back. Stop forcing this on me.
Well, that's a whole different what's a whole different situation. Those were like total new characters to the series. Only one of them was new.
Still, it's like, so you replace my trio with this lamer trio. I don't like it.
All right, man. On you. So,
No, my bad takes are everyone's problem in this podcast. Your name's on this.
your name is on this too.
Yep.
Speaking of, we started doing shorts, technically.
Wait. Huh?
Oh no.
What now?
No, I just saw Peter's post talking about Chipotle is selling no more vinegar sauce,
Oh no.
but it's spelled like the N word.
Oh no.
Hell is hot. Hell is going to be hot
Yep.
for some people that really want to keep playing. Like, okay.
Right.
So, on that note, Gunpla update. Which is, I bought really two. I bought the 007 swords, H high grade, and the master grade age 1 normal. Because Hobby Lobby just has sales of stuff I want.
Man, you buying an age kit reminds me of something.
What?
GJ Eternal has had so many weird age picks. You know, the Gotcha game, the new one,
Oh, kinda,
Generation Eternal.
kinda. I
Yeah,
haven't paid
we're
attention to
getting
it.
we're getting a bunch of manga age stuff and like game exclusive, original game exclusive age like forms.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, finally, age getting something after like over a decade.
No. You know what's crazy? Somebody was, there was this whole like thread going around talking about like, what's a Gundam series you could erase and nothing would change? And someone said
Double
they
Zeta.
would rather delete Build Divers Re-Rise. And someone said, well, what about Age? It's like Age gets stuff. And it's like it's already too much in the cultural zeitgeist. And it's like, what? That's your reason?
In in what world is age in the zeitgeist?
Yeah, it's like, did you forget?
You take any promotional image for Gundam as a franchise, and they will just scrub Age and G-Rec out of history.
It's like, it's only now they've started to bring that back, right?
Yeah. If you mean Age is in the zeitgeist,
It's like, I mean, it's like you just. I mean, that whole thread basically is like you expose yourself based on which show you want to delete and for what reason.
Right.
It's like, oh, we need to delete which? Why? Please explain why. Explain
Right.
that one specifically. I want you to
I don't
explain
like
it within
which,
reason.
but I don't like which, but I'm fine with it existing.
Someone said delete Zeta. I'm like, yo, you need to know.
No, you want to delete Char's counterattack. You don't want to delete Zeta. It's Char's counterattack.
And technically, Tony already did that already. He created a new translation.
Which is even worse.
Exactly. Anyway, also on that, I finally got Street Fighter 6 working again. On my PS5,
Yeah.
I've stopped playing on PC. I can't load it in, which is sucks because I can't deal with loading on my PC. So PS5 was like the best choice. But because the PS5, I don't know why, won't take the PS4 controller, I now have to deal with the PS5, and it's the most uncomfortable controller when it comes to fighting games. Because I don't have a stick, so I'm just like, I have
I've
to do
had no
controller, and
problem
it's like
with
this is
both
why I
phones.
play. This is why I play Tekken more. It's like, it's not that I don't want to play Under Night or Street Fighter, but it's because literally the PS4 controller is just much more comfortable for my hands than the PS5 because the 4 is easier to do actual motion inputs and the buttons aren't as hard. So like I can do a lot more comfortably. So that, but it's like with PS3 it's a whole different thing. So that's why I play Tekken a lot more. It's like I literally can play that game mostly because it doesn't hurt my hands as much. Like I don't want carpal tunnel from something I used to do very comfortably. Just because Sony can't make their controllers good no more.
I honestly prefer the DualSense to the DualShock 4. That's just me being crazy.
It's like it's a decent controller for literally any other game, but it's like if you gotta play a game with the most of it being just motion inputs, you're gonna have a hard time. At least to me.
Mm.
So I got that taken care of. Still on Zani watch for Wuthering Waves. Like everyone's talking about,
Oh,
oh
right.
man.
Thing.
Which again, I still look at those leaks for her design when when she supposedly finally releases. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm still standing by it. In fact, I pulled Phoebe specifically so I could have uh her best partner allegedly.
Mm.
And oh yeah, but back to the cards. I completely went off topic there. Yeah, so I had to get the Generation Directions stuff, and I ordered one of the three energy markers they had. I think you know which one already, but
Yeah.
so I already have Tokohas. That costs more than both decks I was building from this set and the other card release that released this month combined.
Jeez.
Yeah, she's the most expensive card in the set. That's not a. I think in general. Hold on, let me see. Let's check TCG player. Generation Draft Genesis. Let's see, high to low. Most expensive card in the set. Oh, my bad. It's not actually. The most expensive card in the set is a Transcendence Messiah. The Secret.
Huh.
Dan Glory Maelstrom. Vermilion the Blood. and the Secret Aurora. Then she's next. After that, it's the Akira Ito Chrono. Which, as much as I do kind of want it, I'm not getting that one. I'm getting the sporty Chrono, and I need to just buy Shion's marker, and then that's it.
Gotta complete the set.
Mm-hmm. The lowest of those markers is Tayo, who is $46.
$46 too expensive.
Hey, listen, he's in the fall, he's in the flower, he's having a good time. Meanwhile, they've got Cosmo in the middle of the night forest in winter, looking like a bum, and it's like, dang. And then you've got Ibuki in a sweater having a date with who? Who knows? There's a 50-50 shot. It's either Suiko Mamoru.
Choose your continuity.
That's essentially it. Yeah, that's it. Also, the Digimon set. See, this is what hurts me now. Because I decided to actually get into Digimon and try it out. My two decks are, I only own 2 decks. Happy Meal Dramon and Red Hybrid. Guess what sets are back to back to back?
Oh no.
The special booster, which is like the, catch up sets, gave us Red Hybrid.
Yep.
Then this set, which is meant to also catch up, is giving Heavy Meldramon Ace. And then next set is dropping more Red Hybrid support.
I'm sick of Frontier.
No, I'm not. But I'm sick of it for my wallet. And again,
Look, Frontier fans, you finally got some recognition. It needs to stop. Go back in the closet.
They keep releasing Shoutmon. And Applemon.
Okay.
Also, Applemon comes out in that set too. This is their first set.
No.
Keep that in mind. It has been 20-something sets, and they are just now doing Applemon.
Well, yeah, they're not Digimon. But
we got 2 Liberator sets.
Yeah, and Applemon aren't Digimon.
Battle Spirit Saga died in the time it took for them to get this.
Battle Spirit Saga died in the time it took for me to tie my shoelaces.
Damn, you're slow. So, yeah, I got my Helmet Drawn stuff. I'm waiting for it to come in. I also got some more. Got the Bizamon cards. So they're coming in too. Because that was like the first deck I got, so that's cool. If only Beostarmon didn't cost so much, but I understand why. Anyway, that's coming in.
I mean, the only decks I play in Digimon are just like weird, like quote unquote weirdness decks like D Reaper, Aosmon, Royal Knights. I play shenanigan decks. Only decks I play in Digimon. Give me some stupid gimmick and at least try it out.
Right. Well,
I never want to play a regular game of Digimon.
oh, now that we are But yeah, oh, and I think early this week, we had like a bunch of 60 miles per hour winds for one day.
Yeah, I remember like our door blew open at work and like one of the customers was like trying to hold it back and like keep it closed and almost started blowing him away.
Yeah, it blew the the top of the main tree in our yard down. Fell on our only good working car right now.
Oh no.
It didn't. It was just like it missed the most of it. Missed it. The rest, like one like thing hit like the actual um the hood, but like no damage actually happened. It was just like it just barely did anything. So it wasn't like, oh,
Uh,
it wasn't anything to worry about.
That's good.
As for what happened when I checked the backyard 2 days later, uh, the shed in our backyard flew off.
Just flew off.
I mean, it flew into the uh it flew into the it blew off, and but it hit the fence, so it's like, oh, it kept itself there. So
Mm,
we put it back, but it was still like a lock because like the stuff was still that was holding the shed together was still messy, and it's like, oh, great.
right. I think we could use some more wind.
No.
Okay.
So, I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I'm just I think I'm just waiting for my mm,
My coworker's been, my manager's been getting a little antsy recently in the past few weeks. So, if I ever mention any details about someone getting taken in for questioning by the U.S. government for like drugs against it, don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it. Normal stuff happening in my world. All right.
anyway, on to the news. Yeah, I have no other transition for that one. All right, so we on to TCG
I told
news.
you something has happened.
So, there's a bit of news that came out. So first off, all this credit to Cosmore on Twitter. I mean, on Cosmic. Cosmic plays on Twitter. He got the images from Gamma 2025, which is I forget what the gram is, but it's more so just for people in the industry to kind of talk about their plans. Nothing really like open like that, not like the toy fair or anything like that. So let me pull up the window.
I guess we're going top to bottom.
That is, well, for one, what the heck is this? That's not
I'm
what
just opening links.
no, I opened Dark One. I'm like, what the heck is that? Oh, no, I remember now. It's on the wrong thing. Here we go. I was like, what the heck is on the wrong thing? All right, so again, credit to Cosmic. So they did more details on version 2.5 was already released. You don't really need that. Uh, did a thing for War Greymon and Metal Greymon, and they're 2025 product plan. They want to unite in April with Stardex 2021 and BT21, which is going to be World Convergence, which is cool. The second thing, they had illustrations. It's gonna have it's actually gonna have the Liberator cards in there as well. Beelzemon, the Liberator boss, the Goonimon. I don't think that's Animon. I think that's Omegamon, like some other other Digimon stuff. Oh yeah, Omnimon's gonna have a serial number and their store event schedule.
Oh, I get it. It's called World Convergence because it's the set when they're merging.
And then they're gonna have an extra booster where it's all about the villains of Digimon. Just prep to release in September. So the thing with the Digimon stuff is like it's pretty much just basic, nothing really crazy. Just some update there. So I just want to kind of put that out because people will ask about Digimon. We started talking about Digimon. One Piece. Update on this, which we don't talk about One Piece at all.
It's too good, and it's too so the news isn't as crazy.
So they released 6 starter decks in June, which will have 5 cards with new text in each color, simple leader effects and color characteristics to make this an ideal product for newcomers. And each deck will include 1 pack of set 11, and its SRP is $11.99.
Man, I wish more games did something like this.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they're doing pre-orders for set 13, and it's for the 3rd anniversary. Theme is the 3 brothers. I have no idea who that is.
I don't care about Sabo.
And they'll have a new event for 2v2 battles where the prize will be Crocodile.
Battle.
And let's see if there's any other news here from this. They're gonna have a beginner deck party since you have to use all star decks. One Piece a day in Dallas, which will have a drone show. A drone show in Dallas? One Piece? Really? That's tomorrow. No, that's where the Bowser Saga money went. It went to this damn drone show.
Right.
It's like, nah, we gotta kill your game. We gotta afford the drones for Luffy.
Look, Bowser Saga had I'm not gonna say a good run, but it had a run.
I'm just messing around because it's just funny.
It had Light Jog.
Then Said Leban's details. This pack features many characters from the whole Cake Island arc, such as the Big Mom Pirates and the Vinsmoke family. 6 leaders with new effects. Leaders such as Katakuri and Nami return to the field new strategies. Okay. And extra booster pack Anime 25th collection. All cards feature original illustration by Toei Animation animators. Showing leaders from past packs, such as those with Alabasta and Dressrosa. Additional booster products create lasting buzz. That's it. All right. So that's One Piece. I don't really have much to say. I don't play One Piece.
One Piece doing good.
Union Arena is interesting. Because there was also another thing about Union Arena I need to look up real quick. But in the meantime, they've kind of soft announced that September will have Rurouni Kenshin.
Boo.
And Nikkei still does not have a release date, but it's going to be past September. As well as Kaiju 8, sorry. Yeah, they officially announced that Rurouni Kenshin and Yu Yu Hakusho are coming to Union Arena. This was officially updated yesterday. No, on the 5th. But yeah, they officially announced that Rurouni Kenshin and Yu Yu Hakusho are coming out. Rurouni Kenshin releases on September 26th.
Okay.
Which is funny because like I saw like a bunch of like products for Japanese Union Arena, which I know they aren't coming. Because I know they've got what Dimensional Seduction over there in Japanese Union Arena. They're like, yeah, they ain't coming. I'm sorry. Like, y'all barely getting away with Nikkei mostly because they already quote unquote censored the game, the set already. So there's no way that's gonna happen. But on to the main like new thing on Dragon Ball Super. So Dragon Ball Super Masters is different from Dragon Ball Super Fusion World, in which in which it is basically like freemium for people who play Vanguard or Legacy for people who play Magic. So they have announced that they're adding a new color, white.
8 years in.
Yep. Also, upgraded pull rates. Each pack will now have 4 holo cards instead of 2. Debut of a new rarity, Concept Rare, which features different themes with new cards of various scenes and characters. Previous SCR cards get reprints with new illustrations as God Rare cards. This set is both new and a reprint of God Rare card for a total of 2 different types. And box topper will be limited edition energy markers, which are 10, includes box toppers, and this is for Booster Pack New Series Set number 1. Which so yeah, Dragon Ball Super is getting you reprints for Masters and a new color. I have no idea if it's going to be for just just the Masters, or we get that new color in Fusion World too. I don't really know much about
Masters. They're 2 separate games.
Yeah, but some people be like, yeah, but I want a new color in Fusion World too. It might come later.
Being boring first.
It might come later. So this is big because it's not like they're just getting rid of the game already, so that's good.
It's a mainstay at this point.
But let me pull up this video before we continue. I'm pulling up the new MetaZoo video, just for the record.
Alright. We have to talk about MetaZoo.
Yes, it's news.
I'm not putting it on my screen. I have standards.
I mean, it's okay. It's on mine anyway.
Alright.
Alright. Close enough. Alright, so next on the block, MetaZoo is back. Somehow. They've released a video on their YouTube channel for the official update. And they've showed off the new update of the game It now has tri-lanes. And from what I can tell, this looks a mix of both what Project L is saying they want to do.
Yep.
And somewhat of Star Wars, the new Star Wars game.
Why have people not realized no one likes lanes in card games? Have you people learned nothing? Artifact had lanes, Runeterra had lanes. People don't like lanes.
Runeterra didn't have lanes. Yeah, they also showed off what the new card design looks like for the thing, and it actually looks all right. You know, it's no longer just being stuck as this fakeamon game.
Right.
Let me see. Let's go to the website.
Like it has style.
Yeah, it actually has
It's
style
also
now instead of just being fakeamon. Which, you know, is also cool. Like, it definitely feels like they actually are trying. They've already got a a tutorial on the site for each
yep.
little basic thing to kind of help you to show off the products. They got a
Entering as an
magazine.
actual game.
They got a magazine now. Lore spotlight. Like somebody actually like took the game and said, "Yeah, we're actually gonna make this a real game and give a damn,"
Right.
which is good. Let me put this in the. All right. So now we're done with MetaZoo. We got to talk about something else. We got a new game. We got a new game announcement, y'all. And that is Trinity Draft. Or rather, this game seems to have been announced for a while, what I can tell, but it came up in my thing around somewhere around March, like early March. Officially announced on February 27th. So,
I mean, how much is there to talk about right now?
well,
Like, is there to talk about Japanese only card games?
well, here's the thing. It has beaten its goal of needing 2 million yen by double. And it's still got 53 days left.
Not hard to kickstart a card game.
It's not hard, but 4 million yen with a month left when you just barely open up the thing. Yeah, no, that's people like actually interested in the game. Which, you know, we'll go here. We're on the campfire itself. And so, from what I understand, this game is not just like a regular card game, but it's also meant to be built. It's a release similar to a living card game, which is like, you know, each set would be played out the box. You just need one box, but you can also just do like TCG stuff as well. Right? It's
Well,
its
it's
own.
called a draft. It is a drafting game.
Yeah, it's a draft game, which you can also just make your own regular decks off of it. So very interesting, and the art itself also looks pretty neat too. It very much has like Japanese style artwork on it too, right? It's obviously the water's wet. and it has all the details and mechanics. I don't have the ability to kind of translate this, unfortunately. I didn't get a chance to do it, so it seems like there's like 6 mechanics for each like main boss card. Or like for 6 main mechanics for like deck archetypes and whatnot, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Part of me kind of wants to. I don't think I can. I don't know if Campfire allows me to get it. It's like part of me kind of wants to go in and see and get one to see for myself. You know, they've got mats. They've got product release. What have you. And again, like people seem to actually show it. Plus, the company that is running it, which is this is information. But here's the funny thing is, they are a dying.
3-player battle.
Here's the thing about the actual company that's running it. They're a printing service that is also does like dyeing and adhesive tape selling.
Huh.
If you look at the website. Which is kind of funny.
Google Lens to translate.
All right.
Not seeing. I'm not getting too much detail how the game actually plays.
Yeah. I think we need a little.
Like, a lot of it's just talking about drafting.
Yeah, it says endless draft possibilities, the path to Exodus.
Yeah. All right, I get it. I see the here.
Which is
Combine the ability to find 2 sets and play with them together.
whoa there.
You have to make your own cube. There we go. That's the hook here. Find 2 sets to make your own cube.
I see.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay, you pick a boss. Yeah, you pick a boss card at the start. It is included in the drafting experience. And then you draft around that card.
Okay, I see. Well, that is a new Japanese game that's releasing. It's very unlikely they'll come to the West, but overall, it's still cool regardless. So now we move on to Illustrals. We have Illustrals news. We don't talk about Illustrals, but it seems to be just trying everything it can to show that it is wanting to stay and not be considered a scam game.
Still waiting for my affiliate code, NBT.
Yep. So now, according to the A Drive, with the release of the Firestorm set, starter decks will now come with 2 for the same price as the original as 1.
2 decks.
2 decks and 4 packs for $25.
Things.
Which, first off, why the heck were the starter decks priced at $25? Jeez.
Right.
But now,
an actual price are supposed to be 2 decks.
Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know much about A Drive, but he is really trying to make this game work, and he's showing like you can do that.
I don't play YouTuber products. Kodax! Love things.
On set 5, he really like listen. After we ripped in the V card for so long, this is just about the fresh air.
It looks great and all. I'm not touching a YouTuber made product.
I mean, I bought one starter deck, and it was just because it had a crocodile on it. I have not played it. I have not done anything since to change it. I just bought one just to see.
I still remain unconvinced in some get rich quick scheme by A Drive and MinBT.
I mean, can't say it's good. Which Cricks, listen, I'm biased, but Deck Flare does editing there too, so I can't just immediately say there's some sort of like get rich quick scheme here. Okay.
All right.
But regardless, that is still a good thing, right? It's like that's just something good for the industry as a whole, regardless of what you feel about the game itself.
You're right. You know, we need more. We need more of these come to.
What?
Kodax! Oh! Kodax for the price of one! I'm alright. I'm done with this bit.
Yeah. It's not really much news, but that's it. Also,
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's in the shape of like, I wish some certain companies would start doing this more.
mm-hmm. So, speaking of certain companies, after I delete their game, they want to try and bring me back with the League of Legends TCG. So, announcement. Universe's CCG, or aka UBS Games, will now be the distributors for English Project K.
Part K is the league thing, right?
Yes. You okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Did your internet break out? What?
No. I'm fake vomiting over Project K.
Yeah. So after China, we'll be launching Project K in many English-speaking countries later this year, with additional regional rollouts starting for 2026. I'm heading into the Game Gamma Expo with the UBS team to share Project K with retailers, so TG players can find it in local stores. Look out for chances to play Project K at Riot events later this year. We'll share more updates on Project K in the coming months.
Just announce the online version for the game already so I can not buy physical cards.
They already did it. It's called Legend of Runeterra.
No, it's not. It's a new game.
Might as well be. Should have just made Legend of Runeterra.
Nah, Runeterra's dead.
But also, I still don't know. I know why, but I still know why are you starting with China first?
Well, I mean, China did save Gate Ruler.
I know, but it's like, come on.
If it
Like
works for Gate Ruler, it can
you
work
are
for
a American game releasing a American card game. You're dropping
I
it
thought it
in
was
China
Korean.
first?
Right? It's American?
Yes, Riot Games is an American company. They've always been.
Shoot. That was a Korean company the entire time.
You're serious?
Yes.
What? What makes you think it's a Korean company? Is it because of Faker?
I don't know why.
No, it's been an American company. The joke is that the first world championships were held in Freak's basement.
That's funny. Neat. Just neat.
Yeah, so that's the update on universes and Project K's status. Uh, and now we go on to our final main news thing. We
We
got
are speed running the news today to get to the actual interesting stuff.
we got Russia E-Core TCG is releasing.
This page does not exist. All right.
So Russia E-Core, you can have 1v1 or you can do a 3v3 mode.
Whoa.
Starter decks include 54 cards, exclusive foil variant card, a Shattered Chaos booster pack, token sheet rulebook, 24 card packs per box, 9 cards per pack. Each pack includes a rare, a foil, an infusion, and an influence. So, this game is actually interesting because it has 3v3 battles, but it also has something known as infusion cards.
Infusion?
Yes. So there are cards.
Wait, I think is this that thing like Wizards of the Coast tried like way back? Like what was that game called? Hecatrice?
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember it was like some game like Wizards made where the cards were made of hexagons, so you like put them on top of each other to give the original card some extra abilities and whatnot. Hecatrice.
I thought you were gonna say like Redikai or something.
No, get the Canadian slop out of this stream.
But I say this because infusion cards are cards that clear cards that overlay onto different cards that transform their champion cards to assume new abilities and traits. And they're saying in the first set there'll be about 2,740 different card combos. They come with three.
Okay, wait, I was wrong.
They come with 3
It
infusion
was
cards
Hecatomb.
with a total of 45 available across the complete first set. So, let me see if I can like move this up a bit or not. Up. So, which is like you get a new ability, which is Yada no Kagami. Whenever the champion takes non-strike damage, you may deal that much damage to target champion. Or Foresight, look at summon, look at the top card target player's deck. You can put it on the bottom of that player's deck. Or action, sacrifice this champion, gain influence equal to its raid for this turn only. So effects like that. So it really is like gives him an additional ability. And from what I can tell, you can only play rush, infusion cards on cards that have these 2 blips where like the cost seems to be. You can only play them on cards that have the same number of blips. Around there, I believe. There's also the rule book, avatar loyalties, the card gallery, the aspects, which there are 6 colors. And you can sign up to learn about more, etc., etc. So the infusion looks interesting as a concept. Here's the funny part.
It's just Hecatomb.
So here's the funny part.
I'll send you the image.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember this somewhat. Which let me switch this over to.
It's also kind of what Digimon did
Let me switch
afterwards.
this over to. Just so that people can kind of see this on your side. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. All right. So the funny part about this whole thing, this, do you remember that Lorcana lawsuit? The Upper Deck sued Ravensburger for believing that Lorcana took stuff in their game.
Upper Deck is just sick to getting sued and not trying to sue.
Yeah, this is the game. It actually looks interesting. Except for one other problem besides being connected to Lorcana. This right here. The release date is June 11, 2025.
Oh.
Guess what releases in June?
MetaZoo?
No. Gundam releases in June.
Oh, this game's gonna get stomped. Oh, we're about to witness a murder.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, MetaZoo is the least of your worries, buddy.
And we're gonna get some Rush of Acorn players on the release day table just trying to play some cards, and like maybe like 4 or 8 people maybe. And then they're gonna look across the table. I mean, across
Now,
the
granted,
store.
Gundam
Like,
releases,
like
I believe, after this. But it's like,
right, you're gonna be in your local Rush V Corps, and then you're gonna see some like Gundam assemble like statues on the table with like 20 people, and they're gonna ask you to move.
like, I'm sorry, we can't fire your locals. You only have 4 people. They got 18. We can't toast you today. But everyone else is, but you had Gundam locals, One Piece locals, Digimon locals, Yu-Gi-Oh locals, Magic locals. Where do we go?
Be like E-Core and rush out of here.
See, there's a McDonald's across the street. You can do locals there.
Man, this is gonna be a Discord card game. This is gonna be a Discord card game.
Crazy. A Discord card. Oh my god!
It's gonna be one Discord for the game. They're gonna ask everyone to jump in, and it's just gonna be like 3 rooms for a modal, so they don't need any more than 3. Exactly 18 players.
I just completely forgot. I'm checking. You just made me remember. Am I still in the old Zenazar Discord?
Man.
I don't think I am. Oh no.
At some point, someone's gonna discover us, and they're gonna get on my case for being the card game hater.
I mean, the channel is somewhat getting in the algorithm now. That's good.
That's good. So I'm like, someone's gonna find us, and they're like, man, why is that guy in the with the tiny robot next to him just always hate on every single card game? It's like, I can explain.
Well,
I don't believe in you until the 5-year mark.
by the way, congratulations, Cardfight Vanguard, by living to the 14th and knowing you have these plans. You actually will make it to the 15th anniversary of the game. Somehow.
If this podcast existed at the start of Cardfight Vanguard's run, I would be ragging on it the exact same way.
All right, well, that is the news for today. overall, we actually kind of made it out of.
Yeah.
We kind of made it out of there pretty fast, which means now the entire rest of the episode is gonna be me rambling about Marvel and Gundam.
Right, and I'm gonna take a quick break and disappear for like a quick minute before we start the actual super ramble portion of today's podcast. BRB.
All right, we will see you in a second. All right, so what was your missing topic?
The new Sentai series got even water after the first episode. Like, we've hit the full dysfunctional cast of Super Sentai. Everyone here's an asshole. We got an idol, a cult leader, an ex-cop. Good times. And they're all planning they're all planning to kick the prime minister's ass. In episode 3. Just the plot to get the prime minister.
Hmm.
And he's not even evil. They just don't like him.
So they wait until after.
Early in, and
So they wait until after Shinzo Abe died to make an arc like this.
right. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you've kept track of like what happened after Shinzo Abe died, everyone just put their hands up and said, "All right."
Okay. Well,
This is the most I'm gonna wade into Japanese politics on this stream. Don't worry.
okay. Well, as you wade out of Japanese politics, I'm wading into American politics. So our new topic for tonight is going to be our main show topic. So this is movie night. So we got 2 movies to talk about. And the first one is Captain America Brave New World. The first Captain America movie since Endgame.
I guess it is a Captain America movie, yeah.
I mean, Captain America is in it. Of course it's in there.
Yeah, I mean, that's like calling Civil War a Spider-Man movie.
Captain America's in the movie! Like, Captain America...
Just you're in the movie doesn't mean it's one of your movies.
It's literally named after him! Like, what? Oh, for the record, going forward, we will go full spoilers into these 2 things. So if you haven't watched these movies, you know, please, you know, this is probably at the end of the podcast anyway. So, you know, see you later. You know, have a good day. Good night, wherever you are. If you don't care, Zeta's right. This isn't exactly a Captain America movie. This is a Hulk movie without the Hulk.
We see we can't have the Hulk in movies that aren't like big team up movies because Universal still owns the rights to every single Hulk solo movie.
Which is crazy because he was in She-Hulk.
Well, see, that was a TV show, so I technically got around it.
My point being is you had every Hulk character in the movie. You got Liv Tyler back. You recast Thaddeus Ross for as Harrison Ford. You had the damn leader who is a Hulk villain. He was in the Incredible Hulk, which was, let me double check. let's see, The Incredible Hulk was in 2008.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Uh-huh. Not a Hulk movie.
And it's just like, there's just no way you made a Hulk movie.
Legally not a Hulk movie.
Which is like, I think it's like the biggest disappointment for me. It's like, as someone who actually did like the Incredible Hulk movie, this should have been where you found a way to bring in the Hulk in some way. Please.
Yeah, but it's not a Hulk movie. Why would the Hulk be here?
Because it's his entire cast.
Like, it's Sam's cast now.
Like, it sucks so bad because I'm just like, I'm watching the movie and I'm like, there's some really cool stuff that obviously got rewritten. Like, for example, there's this character who obviously got rewritten to be a Black Widow because she was meant to be a character who's supposed to be like an Israel superhero, and yeah. So they just recast her. She's still from Israel, but she's a Black Widow.
Not super Israel.
Well, she's a widow trainee. So she's not the actual is that character. Which is so funny because there's literally a scene like in the penultimate like fight, probably like fight scene of the entire movie. She walks in with Sam and the Falcon, which, by the way, I like that new Falcon. He's really cool. He's actually really funny. I like him. He's a good character. He's really good sidekick. I appreciate that. She walks in with her own suit hidden underneath a jacket. And it's like, you could clearly tell they wanted her to come in and run it, but they cut that scene out.
Right. I mean, I kind of get why.
No, I get it, but it's still like, damn. I don't know. I feel some type of way if I had to like reshoot my entire purpose in the movie because of my country acting crazy.
I mean, they've been acting crazy for years. And we are really on this is the American politics stream. Screw it.
But it's like, you come around to that, it's like, man. Part of me feels bad for you as an actor. I have no idea about you politically or otherwise. Just that just sucks.
Right. Just unfortunate timing.
Yeah. So, you could just tell that the movie got rewritten. Also, this is a movie where you have the Captain America, the original Captain America, who they introduced in Falcon and Winter Soldier, get mind controlled and shoot at the president, and then have this man get put in jail.
I feel like Disney wants to say something, or like every film, like everyone that works under Disney wants to say something, and then Disney has to come in and go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're saying a little too much here." Then it comes off even worse.
Yeah, it's like it very much is like, I think also just they had to reshoot because the first test screening did horribly apparently, which is like, oh boy.
We need to stop test screenings. I'm gonna say it now. No more test screenings.
I mean, sometimes test screenings are important. Like like they didn't test screen Joker too, and look what that happened.
We got terrible Kino. I know what you're talking about.
Terrible
I got what I
Kino.
wanted.
We got peak ass. That's what we got. Is that what you?
Yeah. Uh-huh. So I'm doing good.
All right, bro. Like I was preying on his downfall, and I won.
Right. Look, Joker fans need to take the L, all right? I'm sick of society.
I mean, it may like Korea crash out, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I'm not going there.
Yeah, you got
Listen, no.
This podcast is getting a little too crazy.
Listen, I said I want to talk about Captain America because as a black man, you know, I gotta represent. And you as a minority, as a robot, also need to be here to talk about it.
I'm not a robot.
What are you?
Cyborg, jeez.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You as a cyborg need to be here as well.
Oh my god.
So, but yeah, you can tell that this movie got reshot, which also makes it even worse because there's a scene where there's a cameo by Bucky. He's in the movie, and we're at the climb, like we're about to enter the final fight of the entire movie. The United States just barely prevented a war with Japan. Falcon is down from the in the ocean fight.
Yeah.
And the main villain is still out there. And Bucky comes in to give Sam a pep talk and then leaves the movie to go into the Thunderbolts.
Nah.
And his excuse is I've got a fundraiser later because he's trying to become a congressman.
You know, fair.
And yeah, okay, so let's kind of go to the point about this movie that I think makes sense. So, did you see that Kojima tweet?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So Hideo Kojima, man who created Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, when he has something to say about a movie, he will talk about it, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
When he has nothing to say, he'll just say, "I saw it."
It's crazy how that pattern works, honestly.
Yeah. So he actually normally it's like if it was a mediocre or bad movie, he's gonna say it's like, all right, I'm not gonna say this. I saw it just to put on record.
Yeah, I looked at the movie.
The fact that he came out, he said, I saw Captain America 4. What the hell is going on? He's like, wait, did I miss something?
Here's what I think happened here, all right? Kojima is the only one that understands his own games. Everyone else is confused. He isn't. So when someone else confusing even slightly comes out, he reverts to the average moviegoer.
So he says like, did I miss something? Is it because I didn't see Falcon and Winter Soldier? Why is Sam Captain America now? And it's like
Didn't watch.
Yeah, it's like he didn't watch Falcon and Winter Soldier because to a lot of people it's like, why would I need to watch a TV show to understand the movie?
I mean, they got a point.
And even if it was like you had like years to do, it's like even then it's been like years since then. Now you're finally addressing the whole Captain America thing. about changing Captain America, because you have had no way to connect. You've made Phase 4 basically separated from each other.
Yep.
And so now that Phase 5 has to start working towards an Avengers movie.
With what Avengers?
Yeah. So like that's the whole point of this movie. The whole point of this movie is to be like, all right, it's time to restart the Avengers. And it's like Thaddeus Ross wants Sam to restart the Avengers because it's like we need them now. Especially as this whole fight for the celestial that's stuck in the Indian Ocean, which by the way was revealed in Eternals, that a giant celestial came out the Indian Ocean.
And we've had no follow-up on it for years.
Until now, yes. And inside that celestial is adamantium.
What?
Yeah. The celestial's hollowed out husk is full of adamantium. Which the plot of the movie is that Thaddeus Ross, the president, wants to start a treaty so that everyone can get adamantium because it's going to be beneficial for the entire world.
Right.
Even though that might not be good, because then America with a president that is mentally unwell, let's put it that way, having access to a mineral,
this is
a mineral stronger than vibranium. They say it's better than vibranium in almost every way. The stuff that Wakanda's had for centuries, and all of a sudden here's something stronger.
Yep.
Which, that's a whole other topic of discussion of like, wow, people who are saying, people who are gonna go more Killmonger is right.
He always has been.
For what reason? We'll talk about that. That's a whole different discussion. But it's like I rewatched Black Panther from a reaction channel that was doing Black Panther. I just thought about it, I'm like, looking in the context of adding in Cap 4, it's like, damn. Oh no. Like, we about to have Killmonger's right like Magneto was right. This is crazy.
I mean, was Magneto wrong?
Again, topic for another time. Trying not to get crazy. All I can say is that's a whole different. I don't think they intended for. I think I'll put it like this. By making that a plot point to bring out adamantium so that you can explain why the X-Men, when you eventually get to them.
Yep.
You inadvertently added another step to a different plot point. And now it's like, when we come back, we might have to address that plot point.
Right. So, well, I guess we don't need Wakanda anymore, huh?
Oh boy, they've
opened that floodgate, huh?
They can't recast T'Challa fast enough. They are in the gulag.
They may as well just cut the bullshit and bring a cyber Killmonger. Just do it. Just give a cyber Killmonger already. All right, we get it. We apologize. You're the new Black Panther, cyber Killmonger.
Oh no! I mean, I haven't even seen Wakanda Forever yet, But it's like, oh boy. But you know, this brings up.
I'm sorry, we're Killmonger posting for the rest of time now. You're never getting rid of the haircut.
Okay, so, but I think the best way I can put Captain America 4 in like what Kojima says is the best way of this. This is like if you had a story in a world, say like, let's kind of put it like this. Let's say you have a trail side story that like takes place after Trails of Cold Steel 4. In which say one of these major like side characters, one of the regular like side characters to the main character, goes on an adventure, goes on a journey, and ends up becoming like the new leader of this group. Right? It's like you have like an epilogue like side story of a show. And so when you find like 5 like games later, you then have the next arc be about that character, and you continue as if people have already seen that side story. It's like you let a side story event happen, and you've already had the inciting incident. But anyone who has not read or watched or seen that side event is now coming into a main storyline, into the next main game, and they're expecting you to have already like learned that's what happened.
You mean you didn't read the manga?
No, you didn't read the anime only adaptation of this storyline.
We told you to watch the Bound arc.
That's it. That's perfect. That is quite literally if the final arc of 1,000-Year Blood War references the Bound arc in such a way that it's like, wait, what the fuck is this? That manga reader's like, what the hell is this? It really is like you need the Bound arc to explain what the hell happens in the final arc of 1,000-Year Blood War. It's like, huh?
You be pissed.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? I skipped that because it wasn't manga. It wasn't anything. Oh my god, that's another good thing. It's like needing to watch Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale to understand that one episode in Ordinal Scale where the 2 movie exclusive characters come in and fight one of the major big bads before Asuna gets there. That's literally what happened.
I like how we just found like the perfect metaphor for this.
Yeah, it's just like it is basically that. It's like a major plot point shows up, and it's like a character who you have no context for because you didn't watch any supplemental material, just shows up. And it's like you're expected to already have known these characters. It's like, no.
That wasn't the homework.
It's like I watched the movies. I don't want to watch your sorry TV shows. Now I gotta watch the TV shows now? No, I'm out. I'm definitely out now.
Right? Like they did not learn their lesson from the Marvels.
Which is so no. Ironically, the Marvels did it better. You know why? Because they actually introduced Ms. Marvel. They actually gave her details. They gave her story, everything about her, and it was like, yeah, no, this is Ms. Marvel. This is who she is. If anything, the problem isn't Ms. Marvel. The problem is that you're supposed to know who like ironic. The point is you're supposed to watch WandaVision.
Oh right, yeah.
Because Monica gets her powers in that series.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Marvels did it right with Miss Marvel. The issue is Monica. And now it's like
Disney Plus ruined the MCU. Like that's the actual statement here.
like it's just insane to me how it's like I mean it's all
Disney Plus ruined Star Wars.
I mean I think it's just worse because how on earth I mean this with all respect, how did you manage to end up having no one to be your main character? And the answer is obviously, I around the time when the downfall of the MCU started, they changed CEOs of Disney.
Yeah.
And that CEO just wanted to increase streaming service revenue and whatnot. So he just basically said, yeah, no, start dumping out shows after shows. He took Kevin Feige off, like more hands off. And so the MCU is where it is now because they didn't have a true leader for about a good 3 years. Then they fired the dude. Now they're just now about to get out of all the products he greenlit. Like Brave New World was the last project he greenlit before he got like kicked out.
Like we're almost having the same problem Power Rangers had. It's like here's a guy with the vision. All right, we're getting rid of him. Dude, what do we do now? And they've got nothing.
I mean, it's like you can tell because they basically just canceled Blade. They should not have announced that movie before they had a script done.
It's coming out. We've
And it's like at a certain point, it's
I
like,
mean, we saw how long it took Bandai to say anything about that Gundam live action movie. And they even changed directors completely.
I mean, yeah,
They just re-announced it.
yeah, it's back. We just had the thing. I think that's because I think the previous director got hit with some stuff.
Well, he's been like slacking on that Metal Gear Solid movie he was also like supposed to direct.
Yeah, but it's like okay, now it's like all right, we gotta move on. But yeah,
You gotta actually like release this movie.
but yeah, it's just this awkward thing. It's like I just look at him like, you know, I feel it's like the problem is like leaks of a Doomsday have kind of surfaced, and it's like, oh, the Young Avengers are meant to be in it.
Oh.
I'm just like, how?
We haven't gotten them yet. What do you mean?
The idea of the Young Avengers was brought in at the end of the Marvels. We saw Kate Bishop, and we haven't talked about the Young Avengers since. Unlike Iman Vellani has not been on screen since the end of the Marvels. Spider-Man has not been on screen since No Way Home's ending. You added this whole Agatha all along with the sequel to WandaVision, introduces a character who's meant to also be in the Young Avengers. No one watched Agatha all along. Okay, that's not true. People did actually watch it, but it's still like, people weren't going out their way to see it originally, like with any other show. So people are gonna come in, and then we still ain't got the Fantastic Four.
Nope.
And then after that, I think it is just Doomsday.
We need more time.
But the problem is, like, we need more time. But the problem is, we wasted time. We wasted time with all this jank other stuff from Bob Chapek, and it's like now it's like we're too far along. We can't just stop.
Right.
So now I can only assume the plan is we need to get the Secret Wars yesterday and reboot the timeline. It's so screwed. We just have to go and restart.
Good choice.
Which I don't think is a good idea. I think the idea should be like, hey, I don't think we need to do Secret Wars yet. Just delay Secret Wars. Just delay that.
Right.
Let Dr. Doom sit for a minute. Let him come in. Don't kill him off. Just be like, you know what? All right, fine. I won't do none to you.
I mean, we could kill him off.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the idea should be. I mean, if the idea is like, you know, the RDJ's Dr. Doom is not the actual like Dr. Doom, and like, we have the real Dr. Doom show up later, then yeah, maybe. Just like say, haha, you know, just kind of be like, well, that dude failed. All right, I gotta think of a new plan here.
It's gonna be the actual Dr. Doom. Like people are just hoping at this point.
I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm like, I would love there to be like an idea like, oh, right there. But regardless, I think we need to delay Secret Wars. Stop. We can't just need to go into a Secret Wars right now. Like, get the series back on track. Spend this time to kind of get everyone back on track before we do a Secret Wars. We just got to say, hey, bring the Avengers back. You know, hey, the Fantastic Four about to show up. And then we're going to like going from Fantastic Four fighting Galactus to Dr. Doom showing up.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro. We haven't even gotten the Young Avengers. We haven't gotten Miss Marvel season 2. We haven't gotten Spider-Man 4. We haven't gotten anything that would be like a good lead up to kind of make the world come back to normal, make the MCU return to normal.
At least we didn't get the Quantum Mania skip. I mean, original plan where it's like, hey guys, here's Miles Morales, and now he's dead.
It really is just crazy.
Like, I still can't believe that was actually in the cards. Here's my new protege, Miles Morales, and Kane kills him. Cool.
I have no context of that.
Yeah, they kill off a bunch of characters in the lead Quantum Mania script. It was a bloodbath.
I think that's probably why Quantum Mania came out the way it is. Like, yeah, no, we aren't doing that.
Yeah, almost every new Phase 4 character dies. Kinda crazy.
I mean, I guess the idea would be like, you know, we can't do that in an Ant-Man movie. But it's also like, why not?
I still don't know what they were doing with, like, why an Ant-Man movie? David, we need to have a King's first major appearance in an Ant-Man movie where he loses.
What's this? That's like, what? Like, yeah, it's just kind of like I feel like there could have been ways to be like Ant-Man doesn't die, but Kang still wins.
Right. It's like, what if like an Avengers 1, like Thanos shows up towards it, oh, I'll get you, Avengers, for foiling my plan. Like, what? Like, you ruined your main villain already.
Like, you could at least capture him or something, or like been like, hey, he's gonna be captured him, and then it's like the twist is like, nah, I got it, we good. It was the whole plan the whole time. Like, there's so many ways you probably could have done it, but it's
That
like y'all
wasn't
weren't
Kang's
on full
mentality.
cylinders. So it's like you already messed up Kang in the show, in the series. Jonathan Majors then gets into legal trouble, so you now basically choose to replace him, which is
You
also
can just change the actor. That's Kang's entire gimmick.
yeah, it's so crazy. It's like you were talking like just get John Boyega to do it or something. He's more open to come back to do Disney stuff now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like, I might actually come back to do a Star Wars project maybe one day. He's like, I've kind of gotten over it.
Well, I'm not over Pacific Rim Uprising, so we're still on bad terms.
That wasn't his fault.
He was the executive producer.
That wasn't his fault.
It was his fault. He killed Pacific Rim. Zechs. He killed Pacific Rim.
Wait, what about the show?
It was good, but he killed Pacific Rim. I can't forgive John Boyega. I hate saying that.
You didn't have to say it.
I hate feeling it.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, the end of the movie is so. The other thing is they spoiled that Red Hulk's in the movie.
And he's barely in the movie.
Yes. And I watched Cosmonauts quickie on it, and I think he puts it like the best. I think the idea of the actual Red Hulk thing was meant to more be like a plot twist than like the actual like main draw of the movie.
And they revealed it in such a way that it's supposed to be the hook of the movie.
Yeah, because they had no faith in the movie. It's very obviously just kind of like did not have any more faith in that movie. So like, we need something. Which is like, you already got Harrison Ford. You got Black Captain America. Like, how is that enough? Not enough to be enough of a draw.
Well, see, we need a hook that doesn't raise too many questions about the American system and government. So here's Red Hulk.
Because, going into that, I'm like, okay, I know.
Disney movies aren't allowed to say anything.
It's like, I know this whole thing is meant to be holding. He's not meant to be the main villain. The idea is because the idea is supposed to be that the leader poisons Thaddeus Ross with gamma pills, which are meant to technically help him, but he's made them stronger every like time he takes them. Every time he gets a new dosage, so he's been slowly like gamma poisoning him. And he's like, well, now I know exactly what it is, and I know you're entirely there. So now my plan, which people call stupid, which, fair. My plan is to basically, like, just, I know your plan is to basically make a whole new front. My plan is to just screw you over. Like, it's literally a plan of hatred. It's like,
All right.
It's like, you left me in jail even though I helped you. You got me gamma poisoned. So now I'm just going to ruin your plan of world peace by making it revealed that you are actually just a monster the whole time. You're a monster inside. There's nothing good about you. You did not change. And so the idea is, the whole cathartic moment is the Red Hulk release, right? Because he's known as the Hulk, the Hulk Hunter, right? He's been hunting the Hulk for so long, and now that the Hulk has basically been integrated society, and he's trying to like reform, it's like, okay, well, that's fine. But it's the whole thing is like, no, turns out you are just as much of a Hulk as him. You are just as much of a monster.
You must become the thing you hate.
Yeah, it's the whole you become the thing you hate part. Which I think works the first time. Having not be like that moment of, oh shoot, for somebody who doesn't really read comics like that or knows about the Hulk, that'd be a moment. It's like, oh, that's crazy. But it doesn't work when it's coming.
Yeah.
So you're expecting it to be like a big thing in a whole movie.
And it's only like 10 minutes.
Two, I'm trying to think. Two, again, it's coming, so you just expect it and you're just waiting for it. Two, it's very short. And three, it relies on the context of a 15-year-old movie.
Right.
Like, not just 15-year-old movie, a 15-year-old movie where the last time that movie's main character appeared was in a bad comedy show.
Like,
that's why I'm saying
they wanted to do something here, but no.
Yeah, they couldn't get the whole this is a Black Captain America done, because it's very much they wrote out parts that would have been an actual like look into Captain America, into what it means to be Captain America. Because like, oh well, we already did in the show, so we technically don't need to redo that. But no, you needed to redo that. If at anything, this is the perfect time to do so.
That's a good hook.
So that's already a fumble. Then you added in the fact that the Red Hulk, which is meant to be a conclusion that actually, it's meant to be a conclusion to the movie that finally like has a cathartic moment for Ross. That is ruined because that's supposed to be the plot twist, and there's no Hulk. There's no Hulk to have that fight. The fact that you did not have a Hulk versus Red Hulk fight for his first on-screen thing, which could have also been, which is like also crazy, is like, do you know how cathartic that would be? Like,
right.
Because not only do you have the Hulk versus Red Hulk fight, you also would have that moment where Bruce Banner actually like has a genuine heart-to-heart with Ross, and you have that moment. Like, you robbed us of a good Hulk Bruce Banner moment.
And people have been waiting for the Hulk to do something in these movies in this series for years at this point.
It really is like, damn.
We do something.
Why? It's like this you had a layup for a great thing to be like, you know what? Hey, listen, Paramount, please, we need him. If Paramount still has those dang rights, but Paramount, please, we will give you a cut of this movie. Please, we need access to the Hulk. And it's even worse because I think it's also another byproduct of what they did at the end of Endgame, which is you made him into Professor Hulk. So it's not like you can even use Mark Ruffalo by himself.
Right.
You need
Professor Hulk was such a mistake.
It really is. I mean, not only that, it's like we didn't even get the catharsis of Professor Hulk itself.
No, it got time skipped.
It's like every like thing with the Hulk has just been butchered since in that last arc. It's like, gosh, dang, man. It's more and more like I was not expecting the damage from making the Hulk basically just a smart dude. This damning. It's crazy.
We got Smart Hulk, but at what cost?
The rest of our franchise at this point.
Yeah. But that really was almost like centerpiece moments just screwed over the MCU.
Like at the very least, there could have been like an idea, like, you know what? You needed to Professor Hulk, which is why I'm just like, they really probably were just planning to be like, which makes my theory of they really were just planning to kind of put the MCU on like kind of like a cruise control for like a little bit, have WandaVision, Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier happen, and then just give the series a break while they do like low to the ground stuff. But that whole that plan got derailed so hard. It's like everything's cooked.
Right.
It's like I still say, like, the fact that they have not just put Iman Vellani or Miss Marvel into more things is crazy, because you can't just immediately go into the Young Avengers. You can't have the Young Avengers show up when they haven't even like met each other. We don't know who's on. We don't know who's on the Avengers or the Young Avengers.
Right. I'll be back. One more minute.
Okay.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. I'm like, damn.
You had something here.
It really is. Like, this movie is like I enjoyed watching it in the theater, but it's like the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, I still enjoy the movie, but also this really just got whatever coolness it potential actual like stuff that could have had ripped out of it.
It's like the culmination of like all of their mistakes.
Yeah. You know what? That's the best way John Campea has said it too, is like, this represents everything wrong with the MCU right now. And it's like not actually, it's not like, oh, the Marvels is everything wrong with the MCU, or the Eternals is everything wrong with the MCU. It's like, no, this literally is everything wrong with the MCU right now, because it actually matters. This is a movie that actually matters to the entire rest of this franchise. And they botched it because the foresight was not only not there, but every other issue that came afterwards also reared its ugly head.
Yeah, it just compounds.
It's like it had to finally address, Falcon Winter Soldier. It had to finally address the Eternals. It had to address the Incredible Hulk. It has to readdress getting the Avengers back together. It has to address the change of Captain America. It has to address so much stuff. It could not keep up.
Nope.
Because for the past 4 or 5 years, they have not been able to. Either because they couldn't or because they wouldn't. And when they finally have to, it's like, bro, you actually can't in one movie. And the character that should have been here for this moment is not here because because of those plans also messed up that catharsis.
Like, we saw this with Spider-Man already. We knew something was going to happen with the Hulk as well, where it's like, all right, someone else has to film rights because we're kind of dumb.
Which, I mean, which is even worse because it's like, bro, so why on earth have we not just renegotiated for the Hulk yet?
Right. Like, they're not like, they don't have the same deal Sony has, for like Sony literally has to keep making movies.
And like the only reason I can see them doing like another movie is probably because it's like we need to keep the rights, and Spider-Verse is just cooked.
Yeah.
Like we actually cannot get that final movie done for whatever reason.
I still quite.
Huh?
Like, I have some qualms about the Spider-Verse. Like, I feel like it's done some damage to Spider-Man overall as a franchise. Not the Miles movies. Just Spider-Verse stuff in general. Like, it's a cool one-off event. But clearly someone way high up is like, we gotta make Spider-Verse like
The new
Spider-Man
thing,
franchises. Right.
because they
Like,
revealed
it's worked in the Bat Family.
because they
Like, at least the
revealed
Bat
that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 is gonna have Spider-Gwen in it.
Stop, please, no more Spider-Verse.
Not to mention Spider-Man 2 teased Silk, which that's not a Spider-Verse character, but it's still like another Spider person. Like after we just got through Venom, we still have Miles. Not only that, Silk is a very controversial character. Is controversial.
Well, you don't like spider hormones?
Like I'm just like there's gonna be a problem because you're gonna really have to explain why this, because I have a bad feeling about what's gonna happen,
the
bro.
spider hormones are activating.
No, here's the thing, like you have to basically either change how she works, or you have to actually confront that, and either or is concerning. Because if you confront it, that means you have to have either Miles or Peter have to deal with that storyline. And that is a teenage girl. From what the teaser at the end of Spider-Man 2 implies.
Right.
So are you turn Peter into Drake, or you turn Miles into, or you make Miles cheat on his girlfriend?
Option number 2. When held at gunpoint. It will be option number 2.
Not only that, we still need to deal with the Doc Ock and Green Goblin.
Oh god, they're gonna turn Silk into Miles's Black Cat. Black Widow? Sorry. Black Widow.
No, Black Cat.
Alright, that's right. Cool.
I mean, it's not like Spider-Man hasn't tried some with Black Widow in the past, probably.
Yeah.
The only way they could make Spider-Man 3 even more of a oh no is if they added Paul.
Yeah.
Now that's gonna be hell. It's like, what? Because now it's like they're implying that man could become Venom. Like he like, oh, what's his deal? Oh, he's actually a Venom. He's a what? No, this is Like, no, this is
Right.
a parody, dog. You can't use this no more.
And I still remember in the comics that's silly. They're like, yeah, as it turns out, Miles actually just has some really good compatibility with Carnage. It's like, oh, come on. Like that was a silly moment. I mean, I didn't know what they wanted to do with the symbiote either. Like once they came up with the greatness of his ancient venom, they're like, what now? Like, I'm done with Marvel. I'm done with superheroes.
Mm.
Yeah, Marvel's in trouble. Deep trouble. Incredible trouble.
I mean, that's like I hope Thunderbolts is good and Fantastic Four better be good, but I'm like, that's cool,
Right.
but I have no idea how the hell
They're gonna handle everything
they're
else.
gonna handle the actual Avengers movie, which needs way
Right.
more setup than anything. It's like there's too many questions heading into that movie to be like, yeah, let's do it. New Avengers movie, let's go.
An Avengers movie isn't gonna save this series.
No. And it's like Avengers movie into what?
Right.
Because you have Avengers, then you're probably gonna have like a couple movies, and then you're gonna have Secret Wars. Like, what is after that?
Like the entire point of the Avengers that there was a plan.
Like, also, by the way, Ironheart still hasn't come out yet.
That's supposed to be a movie or a series.
Series. It was announced. It was announced before Wakanda Forever dropped.
I keep forgetting Riri's a character. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like
I know Marvel has too.
And it's like, if she's gonna be in the Young Avengers, we kind of need her TV show soon. And please tell me we actually do something with that storyline there, please. We can't have Riri be in New York along with Miss Marvel, and they don't interact in that show at some point to lead into Doomsday.
Young Avengers. Yeah. Like,
all right,
Doomsday just feels like an emergency button they like flipped on.
it has to be. It's like, because it's like at this point it's like, oh boy. But yeah,
There's nothing there.
So I think to wrap this up, because it's there, yeah, delay Secret Wars. This movie just confirmed me you need to delay Secret Wars. You are not ready. If you can't even, if a Captain America movie isn't strong enough, if this is the worst Captain America since the first one, you're not going to be feeling well.
Right.
The Thunderbolts might be good, but no one cares about the dang Suicide Squad.
Yeah, no one. Like, Thunderbolts looks cool, but I'm like, no one's gonna watch it.
It's like, it's even crazy because like, they put in more marketing for this movie than they did for Cap 4.
Right. Like they have no faith. They have no faith in Captain America.
And now I just feel like the idea is gonna be they're gonna just replace. They're gonna try and find a way to just be like, yeah, we're gonna get another Steve Rogers. and it's like, oh no, please don't. Like,
Man, you were right, Cap. America wasn't ready for a black Captain America. Here's your shield back.
who are you, nigga?
Right? And then we're all just gonna groan collectively, and we're just like, all right, I get it, Disney. I get it.
Yeah. All right. That is the end of our Captain America 4 discussion.
Yep.
Even though it just kind of became a gigantic MCU discussion yet anyway.
Don't worry, guys. We're not gonna be too political moving forward. I'm kidding.
We try not to be. This movie just so happened to line up with human. Two things. Right, this is a card game mostly podcast, okay?
Right.
All right. So now,
if you find your cake too hot, you leave now.
All right. So now we're on the
G-Cucks.
Let me see how that looks. Let's see. Let me put that in. All right, let's look that there. Yep. So now we're on the next topic and our potentially final one for tonight. Mobile Suit Gundam G-Cucks Beginning. If you don't know, this is a movie that appeared this past week. It is a compilation of the first three episodes of the upcoming series Mobile Suit Gundam G-Cucks. A show with a show that is a collaboration between Sunrise and Studio Kara, the same studio known for doing the rebuilds of Evangelion, and is primarily led by Hideaki Anno, aka the creator of Evangelion.
Yep.
The director is the same one who did the rebuilds. And we're going to get into it. And again, this is why I said these two movies are going to be spoiler filled, because we can't talk about G-Quacks without the big reveal for people who probably didn't watch anything besides the first announcement trailer, which is this is a UC show.
Yep.
The plot twist is that this is actually an AU of the Universal Century.
Much like Thunderbolt.
Yes, but Thunderbolt is at least written in ways like you could probably just kind of keep that somewhere out in the cut and not really bring it up. G-Quacks is literally a literal what if of Char stole the Gundam into White Base.
Right.
Which, that poses another questions. Where did Bright go?
I mean, where did Amuro go?
That's also another.
Actually, I know. I think I'm gonna hunch where Bright went, but I'll bring it up later.
There's a lot of things to talk about. So, for effectively the first 20 minutes of the movie, we are effectively doing a alternate take on the 1 year war in which Zeon wins.
Yep.
However, we have effectively a Axis Shock, which I forget what the name that
Zeknova.
The Zeknova.
Which of course Zechs would name it after themselves.
And Char goes missing. And we skip to UC 0085 and meet our main character, Amane. I think that's her name, also known as Machu. And she do a series of events. She she meets up with another character named Dion, who is a courier, whose main thing is to transport, to she's meant to transport items illegally to people
a
for
smuggler.
clan battles. A type of a competition in Side 6 that is illegally held, in which teams of two fight for, just for like a money tournament.
We're doing street
Because
racing.
yeah, basically this is G Gundam meets Fast and Furious 1.
Yep.
That's the best way to put it. This is Fast and Furious Gundam Drift. Nah, that title so bad. Nah, never mind. So there's really like two main plots. First off is Machu dealing with clan battles, and then there's second plot in which the G Clux belongs to Xeon, but it
And they want the
gets
ride back.
and their main goal is to now get it back from Machu, as well as to capture the red Gundam, which is the RX-78 been recolored using Char's color scheme.
Char gonna char.
And it went missing missing in the war, so now and it came back, but it's got a whole different pilot. So the whole thing is to not only get the Chi Quacks back, but also get the suit, get the red Gundam back, and find out what happened to Captain Char.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff for a series that was just looked at as like Moe Blob Gundam.
Right.
So, I'm gonna let you go first because I've been talking a lot. What did you think?
I kind of really liked it, actually. Like, pretty good fast pace. Mostly my favorite part was probably the 1 year war retelling.
Of course,
I
Boomer.
have some interesting theories about what happened during that point. Like, I mean, the Atlas shading at the start of that looks like pretty great, making it just look like a hand-drawn cartoon. Neat. Pretty CGI shading. Also, I think, did you see that blink and you missed it where, like, you see the actual parts of the original Gundam game blown up by Char?
No,
Yeah, the things that were blowing up on the vents were actually the pieces of the original regular designed RX-78.
I thought those were like the gun cannon, the gun tank.
No.
You're gonna have to send me like something to kind of like
Yeah,
double
it's like
check that
blink. It's like one. Yeah,
because I want to see that.
like it looks like the Gundam Blue, and I'm like, we already have the gun cannons here, and I'm like, all right,
So it was kind of like some of the way it's kind of like they weren't done finishing up the Gundam into its new form.
right,
Which so that's kind of cool. I appreciate that. Sounds pretty dope.
right. Which, I mean, it'd be kind of funny if like later down the line in the series, someone actually is like Temray comes in and like, I've finished the Gundam, and it's like, what? And Gun goes back to losing. What do you mean we finished the Gundam?
I mean, at this point, the only thing that they could do is like just create the Zeta, right?
Right. Just Temray creates the Zeta Gundam. Don't worry about it.
Or it could be just renamed the Delta Gundam after Hyakushiki, like the Hyakushiki was originally meant to be.
Yeah, so my theory about what happened, right? Is that like I'm pretty sure Woman like Bright is that off screen he completed his own like campaign alongside Artesia. And he kind of did a whole bunch of cool stuff that we didn't see. Which is out with claim like Dazzle also got defeated. Why there's some like new type ace pilot, and like why Rainbow Rowell never happened. Like every fight Scylla could have been on, she kind of soloed as a secret main character in the background.
Okay, so what you're saying is Sayla just took Amuro's spot in the
Yeah.
story.
Uh-huh.
I forget there was a wasn't there a spin-off or something that was an idea. It's like, you know, Amuro dies or something and she takes over.
Yeah, one novelizations, yeah.
Yeah, because so it's like it's probably just based on that, but it's like, oh, Amuro just never happened because
Right.
they evacuated before everything.
I also like that visual trick at the start when like Char encounters that other like prototype Gundam, and that guy tries every single trick in the book Amuro did in his first fight against Char, but he's not a new type, so he misses.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ah, all right, see what we're doing here. It's like, you're not the guy. I'm so
Not the guy, and even the guy himself is not the guy at the state.
right. Like, nice to try, but you're not him.
They're literally not him.
It's like that one Jigen pilot in Unicorn. It's like, you're not him.
So let me talk about my thoughts here. So I had to go see G Crux twice because after sitting on it for a couple days, I had to double check. I had to make sure I want to be watched again because I had to make sure my feelings were what they were and I'm probably just overreacting or whatnot. Because if I had not gone seen that second thing, I probably would have just gone and said, the series is doomed.
Jeez.
I was like, I don't know if this is the good idea. I genuinely was like, I didn't hate it, but I was like, this might be a mistake. I did not. I again, when the original synopsis from beginning leaked, and it was talking about, oh, it's actually a AU uh, uh Universal Century. I was like, what? Nah, that can't be right. Someone's just playing a trick on me. And then the trailer for beginning for the uh opening, like the song main song of G Clux happened, and when I saw the Xeon suits,
Yeah.
I was like, please don't tell me. And then Char shows up at the end of the trailer. I'm like, oh no.
And you're just like, I'm done.
Like, I wasn't done, but I was like, I gotta see how this works. Like, I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt. Who knows?
Right.
But it very much is like, but very much was like when I watched it, I just sat there going, like I felt like the rules of Gundam have been broken in terms of like how like shows are produced, right? Because to me,
Right.
it's like a AU should stay in AU. It should be a different continuity, independent from the Universal Century. And if you do it like a Thunderbolt, you can still at least
Yeah.
use a Genjutsu by being it like it's a different team in a different area of the war.
Right.
And because there's enough space in between the 1 year war and the Grips conflict, you know, you can get away by doing some stories in between that. Which, speaking of which, did you know that they announced like we're on the final arc of Thunderbolt?
Hmm.
Yeah, they announced the Thunderbolts on its final arc. Apparently, gonna start its final arc.
I mean, from what I saw from like recent spoilers, yeah, I'm not surprised. You've heard some of the stupid craziness that's been happening in Thunderbolt, right?
Outside of what you told me recently, no.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But I want to
I know,
kind of start reading that myself for later. So,
yeah, but yeah, it's dumb.
you know,
See, I'm surprised it's ending soon because I kind of hoped they would like make it all the way to Char's counterattack, and it's still be Daryl and Yo fighting each other. Like I wanted a full recreation of the original Gundam saga with just these two knuckleheads. I don't get what I want.
I want Hulk and Brave New World, but I didn't get that either.
I think everyone wanted Hulk in Brave New World,
Yeah.
except for
So
Disney.
back to my thing. So the point is, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, I prefer that the two should never really meet.
Mm.
So this on first watch felt like it broke that one mental rule in my head. Doesn't really matter to anyone else, but to me, it matters kind of a lot. It's like I feel like UC should be, you want to get deeper into Gundam, that is, you start with that timeline. But if you want to just
Right,
get into Gundam, it should be fine. Having the main core of the world require at least knowledge of the original uh 0079 show in some
yeah,
capacity feels
it's a risky move.
it's a risky move. And I think the other thing is the way the movie ends. I don't know if it's going to. I my fears are not answered in that regard, because it's like this could still fumble in the face of everything if they don't do
Right.
it right. Because because like I say this because when I went back to the thing, I was like a lot more positive on on the movie,
Mm.
because I'm like I like Machu. No, I feel like she's definitely, like, I think someone got to put it. She's very much like an actual, like a female, like Camille, somewhat.
Correct.
And the
And
joke
everyone loves Camille.
was like she has like Camille tendencies with like a couple
Right.
other pilots mixed in, right? Like old MCs mixed in. She's very much unique. She's definitely not Suletta, which to some people will be like that's already a bonus. You know, I like Suletta, so it's like, but I'm like going back to back on uh anxiety disorders would probably be a mistake. But I think the other thing is, outside of her though, the only other like character that is more fleshed out is what's his name?
Dahlia?
Yeah, the captain dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and he's a character from the original.
That was in for only one episode. He may as well be a new character. Let's be honest.
True, but it's like all of a sudden he's like a major character in the series.
I mean, I feel like he was always destined to be a more important character than he like got screen time wise. Like in the original Gundam series, like he was the first new type. Like, how did he not get more screen time?
Actually,
Like he is possibly the most important character in the UC timeline.
here's the thing. I have not watched enough of all of the original Gundam to be like, I watched the movies,
Fair.
but I have no idea where he shows up in the context of in between when
Right.
Gundam got canceled.
Like I forgot the exact episode he shows up, and it's like, yeah, it's like, wow, we have the first actual proof of new types, and he doesn't matter here. Like what?
But it's like, yeah, like if he's like the first real new type in the show, it's like he didn't do anything. It's like, in that case, that's actually, with my limited knowledge on that, I'll say like that's perfectly fine. You know what? That's actually a good idea. Finally flesh out him as a character more. We create the map system. We're just basically the new type of Leia Viana.
Right. I mean, it also kind of works funnily enough for like his role in this series because like Har never met Lala in this timeline. We now have the technical alternate timeline where Lala just lived instead of Char.
Which I saw this hilarious theory that like, oh, it turns maybe it's like some sort of all the time. It was like, oh no, Lala's actually Neon, which that's not going to be the case. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's like something like maybe it's like, oh, the theory is probably like, oh, they're actually just going to be what becomes of like the Neo Zeon or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is like, if true, I don't know how that's gonna work, but that'd be funny.
I mean,
That'd be funny that like, oh no, Machu was actually secretly Haman the whole time. Zeta.
yep. I mean, I like the theory. I mean, they did like highlight in the like series of like, yeah, space Marines are still having a whole lot of problems
Yeah, it's like,
even after Xeon 1.
yeah, is everyone we're still not free because
Souls are still bound by gravity.
mm-hmm. And the zombies are still technically ruling everything. So you got effective. You
Right.
literally have Hitler's disciple running the
Yeah,
show.
because unfortunately, Char never got to enact his plan to assassinate the zombies. Thanks, Sila. She kind of helped zombie victory.
Yeah.
Oops.
Moves the chair in the future. The future.
Right. Like, what I find interesting about the retelling of 0079 in this, like, it's a very well thought out one, right? Like, Dazzle still loses because he overspent on the big Zam. You know, they managed to mass produce in this timeline, thankfully. But you know, probably the other massive change. The big Zam got mass produced.
Yep.
But like they thought about it, like a lot of things in this timeline where I'm like, cool. They put in some effort instead of just lol Char wins.
Big them mass produced. They uh bring in the Saikamu
The
earlier.
Kube delivers the base. Dharma leaves the military super early.
Uh-huh. Which now is like there are some more players like Cassilia. What happens with Cassilia? What happens with Garma? What happens with
Right.
all
I
that,
mean,
right?
some people have like theorized that the person in like the clan battle group is actually Cassili in disguise working their own secret plot.
That would be, but like, why? What would she be doing? But
I mean, Garen's still in charge.
okay, so I think that's another issue.
The
Is
zombies
like,
are not done fighting each other.
I think that's another issue. It's like with the lead up, with knowing that it's supposed to be, knowing all these variables from the original 1 year old are still there. It's like, how
Hmm.
it feels like two different series like fused together,
Right.
which is like, how is Machu fit into this whole story of we're continuing the zombie storyline in an era where it's like they shouldn't exist. But what's the point of the clan battle in the
I'm
context
pretty sure the
of,
clan battles are ending pretty soon. Like I don't see the clan battles lasting anywhere near as long as duels did in Wish for Mercury.
I mean, unless like the clan battles actually have a real purpose besides just being broke people trying to make it out the hood.
Like I personally think like because now the red gun has kind of gone public, the Earth Federation is probably just gonna hop in and already just like shut stuff down immediately.
Oh, like
It's like,
the Federation, like if the Gundam is back and has a different pilot, we
right.
probably could try one more time to get it and try again. Uh,
Yep.
or like,
And it's gonna be like, hey Machu, Shuji, if you guys want to live, hop aboard my ship now. And then we go and then we do regular Gundam stuff.
which then would make Machu and everything eventually just kind of become the quote unquote Neo Zeon like character. Oh my god.
Machu will just become a regular Gundam protagonist.
Or Haman.
Or Haman.
Which
I mean she already has her chart that she's completely love struck with. Port. Oh, did you see the image where like someone inverted the hair colors on Shuji and Machu and it's just Charlie and Char?
no.
It is.
Again, I've been like mostly quiet from the
Right. It's just like a funny thing, like, oh yeah, if you just invert the hair colors on these two, you just get Charlie and Char again. It's like, oh, okay.
well, again, another thing you have to send me to see.
Yeah, yep.
Right, so I think just my issue in that first view, which is like, this feels like it could be a mess. The second viewing definitely helped a lot because of like, I came in, I was so focused on the UC stuff that I didn't really take in the G Quack stuff.
Right.
Which, by the way, the reveal that, oh no, the G Quack is just a fake name, a placeholder for its real name, was like, so not only that, the Gundam's also gonna have a name reveal later where it gets its real name, which I can't wait to reveal that, oh no, its name is actually that.
Alex.
I was gonna say it's actually gonna be the Zeta Gundam, but I'm like, oh my god, that actually works too.
That works too.
All right, the Alex. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, because it's like Christina McKenzie was also a redhead. Like, oh no, it turns out she's actually Christina McKenzie. This is the whole time. This is just gonna end like War in the Pocket.
Like, there's
You're just
like
gonna
for all
become a
the flack
burger.
we can give, like for all we can give about like a UC series relying so much, I mean an AU series relying so much on like UC knowledge, it also gives a really cool floor to use.
That is true.
Like you already have like a lot of world building, you can like twist and turn as you wish. So you could just start going nuts, and I'm like, that's probably actually a really good benefit.
You can't talk me into it, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm still skeptical, but again, there has to be a reason why they're doing this, right?
Yeah.
So I have to at the very least just like, you know what? I gotta let Jesus take the wheel. Let Arnold take the wheel. Oh, that's the name of the episode. Arnold takes the wheel.
Like Ano's a crazy dude. Kinda gotta let him do his thing, right? He works in mysterious ways. That's why I can put it.
So also back to what I was saying. Yeah, no, I think again, it's like I had to go back and watch there because you know what? Bachu is just an actual good character.
You like I like Machu, right? Like compared to a lot of Gundam protagonists recently, she's kind of active in the story on her own. Looking at you, Mika and Suletta, like I miss protagonists taking the initiative in Gundam shows so much. Yeah, breath of fresh air.
I mean, what do we have, right? It's like we went back to back with like passive like protagonists in different ways
Uh huh.
because Soletta really didn't get active until later in the show, and
Even
Mika finally made a decision, but it was right before he literally died.
right. And like right before that, we had Belry Zenom, who was a menace to society.
Mhm. For that, yeah, it's like we had our previous protagonist, uh, Tanuki, uh, the quiet kid in class, King Vaughn.
God. And then Camille felt worse.
Who?
Belry was pretty much Camille again.
Oh, I already used the King Vaughn for Camille.
You man, like, and like, don't get me wrong, I'm torn on Suletta, but
I,
yeah, Machu feels like a fresh air.
I like Soletta as a character. Like as just a person.
Right.
She's just so nice and goofy. It was nice, but at the same time, like just kind of like how that series goes is like, yeah, as a protagonist though,
Like there's
the
this weird
show
thing I happen
doesn't
to wish on
really.
Mercury.
The show actually goes out of its way to just make her do nothing.
Right.
And I say that as someone who defended that episode where she basically gets knocked out for the entire episode while the school's under attack. So Choo Choo and Choo Choo basically has to do everything on her own for the school until Elon gets into a suit, try
Right.
and talk down the green haired girl.
Like, I think the problem with Chav is, like, I can take Miorine and I can like Suletta, but I cannot like both of them near each other. Like, one damages the other a lot.
I think the real problem is just season 2. It
Right.
was like I think they were on the right track in season 1, and then season 2 is like
Oh no.
it's like they really just kind of stay away from each other.
Right.
And then when they finally interact, it just kind of gets to this awkward, toxic thing from Miorine's side, because she's like, "Well, I want to protect Suletta. I gotta do this, even though it's gonna hurt her emotionally."
Right.
And it's
I'm
just
like,
like,
we can have the powerful girl boss character. We can have the Genki Heartigal Tanuki. I don't know how I feel about having them both in the same place.
I I think I watched, so I think better put this. I watched the video talking about the difference between Arcane season 1 season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you hear me out. So he talks
You're
about
good.
season 1 and how the whole thing is centered around Jinx and Vi. But what season 1 does is that by the end of each arc, it always comes back to them in some way. And he points out in
Right.
the end of Act 2, in which they have that discussion, in which they finally are able to talk to each other and communicate with each other. But because it's been like what 5, 6, 7 years of being away from each other, that stuff isn't just going to change and whatnot. So they're able to talk, but the storytelling has been was like they talk to each other to communicate each other, but the world and the story are the ones that make them hard to connect with each other, not them not communicating. And that's, I guess you could say, is a problem with G with season 2, is they don't communicate until the end of the actual show.
Right.
And it's like, it's frustrating because yes, they're teenagers, right? And Soletta's trying to communicate, but Miorine is just not really around. She's trying to do everything else because of the situation, and it's like they never have that communication. So
Right.
when Mio shows up, it's always in a negative light until Soletta basically has to run, until Soletta, who reinvents herself at that back half. Again, like after she gets knocked out, that's when Soletta becomes like actually a lot more active.
Yeah.
Because it's like
I got the call to action.
yeah, she gets the call to action and is like realizing, okay, I have to lock in now. But it's like
too late.
Yeah. And again, I
wanted my main character in season 1.
And it's like we got that for like a bit. But it was in a situation where it's like, oh no, we got that for like 10 seconds. Is like, then it's like the rest of the show just kind of doesn't focus on her.
Right.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of issues with G-Witch.
And I will still say G-Witch's biggest sin, at least as far as Soletta's character goes, Is letting Prospera live?
That's a whole different topic.
It's pretty damn related to Soletta's character.
It is, but it's also like there's a lot of. I feel like that's also not. There's also like not really Soletta's choice. Like Elon could have double tapped and got through that helmet. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't even want it to be Elon. I think Suletta should have been the one to finally like sever the roots.
But she was dealing with a super powered AI. She was dealing with AI powered super Gundam.
Sure. She still need to be the one to kill Prospera.
Not only that, like her one of her wingmen is too busy trying to assist. Her first wingman is too busy trying to assist inside the super Death Star, and her second wingman is fighting another Gundam in the background.
Right.
She had no help.
Sure, but like
she was LeBron on the Cavaliers the first time. She had no help.
Like I'm just like, man, you know what's a great ending for this character? Willing around her abusive mother. What?
She got her sister, even though she's a classic toy now.
Her sister tried to kill her too. I hate how everyone gets away with it in G-Witch.
Like, we talk about Prospera, but really, let's be honest here. That it's so crazy how they just let that how they let Mio's dad just literally actually get away with it.
Right.
Like the man started everything and got away with it. The man was a warmonger. Warmonger. Oh, got put in a coma. Like he's the inciting incident of the show. If he never says, "Nah, we need to kill the Gundams," this entire storyline does not happen. So not only that, he becomes the CEO. He gets a bunch of money. He becomes rich. He always gets knocked out. He's out for the entire show. Then he has one line of dialogue in the entire rest of season 2. And it's just, all right, you can go.
But the pale got away with it.
But the only people who didn't get away were the only two guys who got away were the Gundam pilots. No.
And then you have Shadiq where it's like, I tried to change, I'm just gonna take the fall for everyone.
Oh yeah, that brother too.
Surely they'll get Miorine to like me. It's like, oh.
Buddy. No.
Like, Shadiq is so emblematic of everything wrong with Witch from Mercury. It's kind of crazy. Well, everything wrong with the ending. It's all on Shadiq.
Oh, and freaking what's her name? The engineer just serves like a 5-year sentence. So she technically doesn't get away with it, but it's like she basically comes out with a welcoming party, like, hey!
Yeah, sure was a terrorist, but I'm gonna finish my degree. All right.
I'll finish my degree. Be cool. Get a haircut.
I want to know how, or if anyone thought about any of the implications in that ending.
I don't think so. I still, like, I know they were the writer was talking about, like, hey, listen, I told story I want to tell, but it's like there's no way after the
If
way
that's the story you want to tell, never pick up a pen again.
it's like after the way Bandai acted, it's like, are you sure, dog? Because there's just no way you really thought you had enough time to do all of this.
Right.
And the fact that they were basically like, oh no, they didn't get married, it's up for interpretation. Despite the fact that literally everyone and their mama said, yeah, no, they got married.
Right.
Like that was the end goal of the entire show. But Bandai's like, didn't happen.
Nope.
Like we saw the rings on their fingers, is up interpretation.
Don't worry about it.
There's literal official artwork of them. Okay.
Up for interpretation.
Like the series made you caboodles of money, and you're like, yeah, that one thing that we wanted, that we said was gonna happen, didn't happen. Money.
So you ever trying to walk back to one thing that made us all this cash? Like, nah.
Like we made the money. What are we gonna do? It's just crazy. Dinosaurs, a lot of them, dog. Like, not only that, it's like the fact that G-Clux got announced like not even a year after.
Right.
Like G-Watch's body wasn't even cold before they said let's just start again. Granted, it's like that project's probably been worked on for a while, but it's still funny.
Right. I think like right before G-Clux got announced, like Samurai said they were preparing like a major Gundam project every single year until like 2030. Which is kind of crazy to think about.
I mean, they got 5 years, right?
And I mean, you know it's in 2030, right? 00 season 3.
How? Why? No.
They already confirmed. They've already been announced it for like 2030, like years ago.
And guess what we're gonna get in 2 years later? SPD season 2.
I think they joked about it, and then they're like, all right, actually, we're kind of serious about 2030 being season 3 of 00. Which I'm on board for.
I mean, it'd be interesting, but I don't know how they would do it.
I mean, I think they're gonna like continue off like the stage play where like Graham's the main character.
Isn't Graham dead?
No.
Well, he died.
He gets revived by the elves. and he probably Zechs. Yeah. This is canon. Yeah, apparently it's like some big war that happens like before the ending of Awakening the Trailblazer. And that's what season 3 is gonna cover. Like here's what Setsuna missed while he was off in space. Like, okay. Like, yeah, we already know the plot for it already. Like they've kind of been pretty clear about this about the 3rd season. It's, like here's what we're doing. Here's a plot breakdown.
Well, back on G-Clux again. I just don't know where that's gonna go. It bothered me the first time. Second time, I felt a lot more comfortable. I'm still skeptical.
Fair.
Well, any final thoughts?
I mean, that's my general excitement. I'm just like, it's another fresh take on UC. Doing you. It's great. And I mean, because they're in the Universal Century, I think it's like Gundam Katana, Hidden Shadow NG, Federation Hooligan, Spare Memory Gundam the sequel.
You know, why did they not drop kits for that thing yet?
Don't worry about it. I think they want to pretend it doesn't exist. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think they've dropped a chapter in a while, so.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's a joke in like the staff break room. Like, hey, what if we got this crazy comic writer that do a Gundam series? And they didn't expect to get more than one chapter. Well, I mean, yeah, the UC's already had a bunch of nonsense, so I'm like, you know what? Why not, right? I mean, we're never getting Gaia gear. We're never getting a crossbone anime. So let's get crazy a little bit with the UC, alright? I just hope, it manages to tell a story that doesn't feel incredibly rushed by the end of it. That's my only biggest fear.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's like my main closing thought on it. It's like, interesting. Hope it goes well. And hey, it's still Gundam. And I'm gonna say I like the redesign for the RX-78. I'm sorry, I like the redesign. Boy, do I know a lot of people hate it online.
I think it's all right. I think the red Gundam with the funnels looks a lot cooler.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I kind of wish that the kit came with them.
Right. Like, it is kind of crazy to think about, like, yeah, so are we, then we just, we never meet the element, so we just have all these funnels laying around. Like, okay.
Which, like, it definitely works with, like, basic kind of, also slightly being, I guess, kind of like the Zabi as well.
Right.
So it's
Like, it's Char's new type of machine.
so that's our discussion on Gundam G Quacks.
GQs.
Whatever.
We're just keep changing the pronunciation every time.
All right. Well, that is crazy because we are done, and we actually this thing
Finish
so
before midnight.
is actually our. I think it's gonna be our shortest podcast yet, probably because we actually had actual structure.
This is never gonna happen again.
I kind of liked it. I think I'm also just starting to get tired. So I'm like, okay, we need to wrap this up. So we are done with our March 7th of Honkai Star Rail podcast.
Yeah.
So our next podcast is scheduled for the 21st of March.
March 21st.
So after that, we will again.
So what's the topic for next podcast?
The topic for the next podcast will probably be something that exists. Hold on, let me see what's going on. It is a topic. Yeah, I got nothing right now. I think the closest topic we can have Probably. I don't actually have a. What do I have on YouTube that I could probably like check out real quick to be like a test line? Up wrong.
All right, we're gonna see at how the magic happens. This is how we do our research.
Yeah, no, we'll figure it out now. We'll figure it out later.
Yep.
But for now we are done. So that is
Any plans for the weekend?
I think waiting for my stuff to come in so I can actually like build my decks.
And as for me, probably just I don't know. Probably gonna be streaming more Monster Hunter and Dynasty Warriors. That kind of seems to be what my channel is right now.
I think what I want to do is, besides trying to figure out what's going on for, trying to figure out what to do for content, because I still need to figure out what's going on by OBS.
Yes.
Outside of that, I do plan on getting a video out this week, so myself together. Like I think it'll probably be I think it's gonna probably be maybe I don't know, it's either gonna be an Ava deck profile, or maybe it's gonna be either an Ava deck profile, a heavy metal Dramon deck profile, or probably just a small topic discussion thing on whatever it is I want to think about. I'm waiting. I kind of want to do a video on like, discussing like things that need to be changed for next BCS season. But I'm probably gonna wait till the actual end of the season to really drop that. Besides that, I think
gotta wait till like they announce that there's gonna be premium at the next one.
I mean, no, I feel like we'll wait that long, and we really got issues. So no.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, we will see you on March 21st. Hopefully, maybe I figure out what's wrong with my OBS and we can actually stream. So, with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to the Out of Pocket podcast.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye bye.